Hi, welcome. In our lesson for today, we are going to be looking at studying CSS. CSS. And now, what does CSS stands for? CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet, because we are going to be using CSS to style our page. HTML was created as a simple tool to design web pages. But as web pages evolved over time and the internet and the web became more and more popular, the presentation of the website became very, very important for the message to go through. So it's not just for you putting your information online, but you have to present your message in a way which is very welcoming to your site visitor. And that is where CSS steps in. In HTML, we have been dealing with tags to do our presentation, but with CSS, we now see that we can use our style sheets to modify the way pages display on our website. And right now, I have to write so many HTML codes to format your page. With the full lines of CSS, you can change the whole look of your web page. That said, let's dive into CSS. We'll start by writing a simple HTML page. So we have our HTML tag, then we'll go to our head tag. From head, as usual, we are going to be looking at our title. And our title for today is CSS tutorial. So let's put CSS tutorial, make it short. We'll close our title. Our title is closed. Let's close our head as well, and then we'll go to our web page. I will start by h1 tag. Welcome to CSS class. Go close our h1 tag. Then now we are going to open a paragraph. And to be fast, I just go for some dummy text and use it in the paragraph. Dummy text. I think we have used this before. This is one here. Let's use this one as a paragraph. Yeah, we'll close our paragraph, and we close our HTML page. Let me just write an H2 tag. I say H2 lesson 1. Very good. So I save it as css.html. Remember, the name could be anything. I'm just choosing css.html. It could also be lesson 1.html, whatever. It can be whatever .html. So this is my lessons folder. To look at the web page, I created css.html. This is it. I open it. Good. So this is what we have done in HTML. What we have here, our h1 tag. We have here our h2 tag, our h1 code, h2, big smaller font. Then here we have our paragraph. So I want us to apply some basic styling into this page using CSS. That will enable you to get better understanding. So I'm going to go back to my source code, and just below my title, I'm going to open my CSS style. My CSS cascading style sheet. So I'm going to open my style sheet, CSS style. Now in CSS we have got selectors, properties, and values. In selector, you select where you want to apply a particular style, and in property, you declare a particular property, and the value, you declare how you want that property to be. So we are going to open our selector, which is P. So paragraph is our selector. Now so whatever CSS code we write here will apply to paragraph. So I'm going to paragraph, and that's my selector, and I'm going to write my codes. Now color, it's my property. So I have P, which is the selector. P for paragraph, you know the selector of my curly brackets. Color is the property, and after the property I'm going to put it. After the property I'm going to put my double quotes. No, sorry, it's not double quotes, but I mean whatever it is. After property we have it. Then so after the property I'm going to put my colon, and I write the value. So let me just say red and semicolon. So that is it. We have here our selector, the property, and the value. So our selector, which is paragraph, the property is color, and the value for color is red. So now I'm not telling the browser that for the paragraph is the paragraph, the color of the paragraph should be red. Then I'm going to add again a text align colon. I'm going to say the text align should be left. The text align should be left, semicolon, and I'm going to declare font size. Font size is, I need my font size to be 14 pixels, semicolon. I close my curly brackets. So here I've got my paragraph. I said the font color should be red, text align should be to the left, font size 14 pixels. So let's save this one and run it in our browser, and we'll see what we get. Okay, this is here. I'm just going to refresh. Sorry, nothing has happened, which means that there's a mistake in my code. Yeah, I guess the problem is I didn't close the style. My style is now closed. I save it, and once more I run my page. Very good. This time we are successful. We have now seen that for every paragraph we write, in every paragraph we have the font color is going to be red, and the paragraph in our paragraph is going to be left red. Yeah, so even if we create a new paragraph, let me see, we create a new paragraph, it's still going to be red. P, this paragraph is still going to be red. Close the paragraph, and I save it, run it. Yes, good. So you see how this can make things easy for us. If it was an HTML, each time we have a paragraph, we have to declare that font color equals to red, font color equals to red. But you see that in CSS, by just writing one line of code, is able to affect our home page, our whole page. Now let's write another. Let's come up with another line of CSS code. We have a new selector, which is h1 curly bracket. We say our color green, text align center, font size 54 pixels, close our curly bracket once more. We save it and we run our page. Very good. So you see now this our H1 has automatically gone to the center and the font size is green. So what will happen? What happens now is that each time that we have H1 in our page, it's going to respect the H1 declaration. Just another text. Let me try to make it brief. Good. So you see, if we were just in HTML, we would have said that H1 would send it to the center. We have seen center before. Font color equals to green. Then with CSS, just by a single line of code, which is here, the H1 instruction, which is here, it can now affect the whole of your page. And as you study further, you're going to see there are so many advantages to CSS. And one of the advantages is that it makes you write fewer lines of code. And once you write fewer lines of code, your page opens faster. So let's now just put some H2 in our let's now write some other instructions for H2. I just copy and paste so we go faster. Now let me see. H2, I want my color to be blue, and text align should be center, and let the font size be 44. I save it, and once I run my code, we now have our H2, and you see this is it here. It comes with different properties. Now, one thing which I want us to look at is our margin, our paragraph margin. So I'm going to go to paragraph. I'm going to tell it that margin colon 20 pixels, and you will see the difference this brings to our web page. Now you see it was so close to the edges of the page. Now we have got the margin of 20 pixels, so 20 pixels left, 20 pixels right, 20 pixels top, and 20 pixels bottom. Now I want to change my property to my paragraph. You see, paragraph text aligns because it's left. I want to justify it. Justify. So refresh our page. Sorry, there could be something wrong. Text align. Sorry, it's a mistake. Text align. Justify. Text align, justify. Very good. Now that we can see our text is justified. So you see that each time that you have a paragraph, let's just create a new paragraph. Each time that you have got a paragraph, this styling is going to automatically be applied. It's going to be automatically applied to it. And that is how important CSS could be to us. That's how important CSS can be. This makes CSS very important in the development of our site. And you can now see that by just writing a single line of code, you can influence your whole page. Now we have some text here which is not red. The reason is that it's not a paragraph. So by just changing your margin, you can change the whole look of your page. And this is how CSS is. And in our next lesson, we are going to be looking at CSS and understanding how more CSS can influence our web page. Thank you very much.